My friends, soul reading, soul tribe reading time, soul tribe, soul tribe. I was so happy to be back with you guys yesterday. I bought this shirt specifically because it has a fluffy unicorn on it, and we're all unicorns around here. We're all magical around here, in my opinion. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm not going to read from the book today. I felt called to come on and do a soul tribe reading with my favorite oracle deck, which is the Wisdom of the Oracle, this one. So I felt called to get this one today. So I'm not sure what you need to hear or what's going to come out, but I'm happy you're here. I'm happy for your existence, even if some days you're not. I don't know why I'm saying that. I feel the need to tell you that you matter. So maybe you feel like you don't matter. I don't know. But let's see what comes out. See what comes out, my friends. We have exchanging gifts. So right away I'm hearing you deserve reciprocity. You deserve equal give and take. You deserve, maybe you're someone who's overgiven situations your whole life. I'm being reminded of the song Wheel by John Mayer. And the very last line of that song is, I believe I'm going to see the love I give return to me. And when I was listening to Magnetize Yourself a few weeks ago, she was saying that often when we're overgivers or when we, give to a connection and we end up being shortchanged, that energy doesn't just go into a void and disappear and dissipate into nothing, that it will be returned to us someday, maybe not by that person, but by someone else. So it could be that you're due for some good energy from the universe or from someone else. We have a change in the wind. The movie Nell could be symbolic. Tie in the wind. Tie in the wind, or whatever it is. I still love that movie. But yeah, we also have Hanged Man energy here. So there's a shift happening. Interesting because, it is fall now. So maybe there was a shift that happened around there. But let's have a look. I will read from the book for this deck. We have Clean It Up, ending cycles, taking accountability for the things you can take accountability for, releasing the rest. It could be that, in the near future, maybe you're cleaning up a relationship with someone, having an honest conversation. I'm actually going to look at that because that came out in a reading earlier. It's actually one of my favorite cards. Getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home? Too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that lead to a sense of lack, takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to the unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. So you could be being called to, clean up, end cycles in your life, clean up even your physical, like your house. They say that our outer world reflects our inner world, or our inner world reflects our outer world. I'm not sure the order that goes in. Expressions confuse my brain. They don't have expressions where I come from. It's just energy. We just interact by energy. Anyway, so you could be someone who maybe you have clutter. Like I was just thinking this morning about how this week I'm going to spend some time decluttering my house. I've slowly been doing it. But it almost lifts a weight off your shoulder. Like if you live in a very cluttered home, it can make you feel cluttered on the inside. It can bring anxiety, anxiousness, a feeling of ungroundedness. Anyway, and then I'm just going to read... I feel the need to read the other ones. So for those of you, you could be reconnecting with someone. Time to clear the air, take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamic to see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up in the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. And the prosperity message. Simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, or getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This is a sign you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. So maybe you're needing to say no to something. Maybe you're needing to say no to people who, keep asking you favors. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. But let's see what comes out for my soul tribe. We have truth be told. Interesting. So this is the energy of temperance. It could be that someone wants to reveal truth to you. Maybe there's something you need to reveal to someone else. We also have come to the edge. So it does feel like something might be about to happen, especially with that clean it up card. Maybe you're reconnecting with a family member. Maybe you're reconnecting with an old love, an old friend. Take it as it resonates. Maybe you're thinking about taking a leap of faith into the unknown. Maybe you're thinking about putting yourself out there on social media, starting your own business. There's something here about taking a leap of faith and speaking your true, authentic truth. Speaking from a place of authenticity is what I'm hearing. Sharing your gift with the world for some of you. So 14, let's have a look. I'm going the wrong way. Honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not the time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and spirit will answer with miracles. I love that. For the relationship message, people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in a heartfelt, open conversation, and remember that clean it up card. So it feels like you may be having an honest conversation with someone, whoever that someone is. It doesn't need to be love, or it doesn't need to be romantic love. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is based on your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly, and seeing how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back, speak your truth, and listen. So there is something here about being very honest with someone, speaking your truth. Your prosperity message. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you desire? If you want to be an artist, do you make art a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? A writer must write, a singer must sing. Being true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There is another oracle message here too. It's time to have a look at the real honest truth. Oh, I just stabbed myself in the nose with my ring. It's time to have a look at the real honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about prosperity, about your relationship to money, to compensation, and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. Interesting. For some reason, I feel called to mention the fact that I grew up in poverty. My parents didn't have a lot of money, and sadly, the things that should have been prioritized were not prioritized. Addictions were prioritized over food, things like that. And I spent my entire life living from a place of lack, from a place of fear when it came to finances, prosperity, things like that. And it just helped me manifest more of that lack into my life. And that's been something that, again, soul tribe reading, I have no idea why I'm mentioning this, but this is something that I've been working on. Even when I was away on vacation and I knew that I had saved up spending money, I was still operating from a place of lack. And when you operate from that place, you manifest more of that in. Anyway, don't know why I'm mentioning that. It's been hard for me to go from that, fear of lack when it comes to money to actually embracing the abundance that I'm receiving. Very hard lessons. 111 on the timer. So maybe that's symbolic to you. Maybe not. I don't know why I say anything in these readings. So there you go. And we have 36, courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. Facing the unknown. It's interesting because we were reading all about that yesterday, about faith, like taking that leap of faith, putting yourself out there. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that's not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. So another card about expressing your true authentic self. I was thinking about it yesterday after that reading. It could be that your authentic truth speaks to other people in a way that nobody else's truth does. I feel like when we're vulnerable and we share our experiences, it helps others to be vulnerable to do the same, if that makes any sense. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are being called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. So very interesting. After that soul tribe reading, I don't know if you guys have seen Inside Out 2, but my kids wanted to watch that last night after I was done that soul tribe reading. And the way in Inside Out 2, the way that anxiety and envy and shame completely take over the main character, I sat there, I cried for almost that entire movie. Especially, maybe you haven't seen it, but there's a scene where anxiety completely takes over the main character. And there's a lesson in that movie about how even the envy in us, the anxiety, the shame, they all make us who we are, and we need to embrace all aspects of ourselves. Anyway, this thing about listening to your intuition rather than your head, listening to your heart rather than your mind and your anxiety, that's been one of the hardest things for me, to learn how to differentiate the two, if that's the right word. Listen to me using all these big words. I had a really hard time figuring out what is my ego, what is my soul, what is my mind, what is my heart. Like, I know they're all connected. Tarot says, anxiety screams, intuition whispers. So if you have something that's like constantly replaying in your head in a very intense way, that's probably your mind. That's probably your ego. If it's a whisper coming within, like, I could do that. I could share my authentic truth. I could be, a social media influencer or a singer or whatever it is. That's your intuition. Your intuition is gentle. Your intuition isn't mean. It doesn't yell. Anxiety yells. Anxiety is intense. Anyway, I felt the need to mention that. Inside Out 2, you should watch it. It's funny. I'm the type of person, neurodivergent, that if somebody's like, oh my gosh, you have to watch this movie, I'm like, okay, now I don't want to watch it ever. People, I'll just use The Office as an example. I was told so many times, you should watch The Office. You should watch The Office. It's so funny. You should watch The Office. And every time somebody told me that, it made me not want to watch it. I don't know why I'm saying that. Maybe because I told you to watch that movie. Anyway, you should watch it. It's very good. Inside Out 2. It also, for me, showing it to my kids, it was a real lesson for them of how anxiety, isn't actually real. It's just fear. Fear isn't actually real. Fear is a waste of your energy, in my opinion. Anyway, it's relationship message. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow them to see all of you, especially the parts you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. So there is a repetitive energy in this reading about reconnection with someone, or connecting with someone and speaking your authentic truth. In that movie Inside Out 2, envy and anxiety, when they were at the helm of the ship or whatever, it was really sad how they were like, oh, we need to like what they like because we want to be cool. Who cares what we like? It doesn't matter. Let's like what everybody else likes. And, if you are masking who you truly are, if you're holding on to that authentic truth, if you have needs that you're not speaking, then those needs won't be met, or you'll attract in the wrong people for you, if that makes sense. So there's a repetitive energy in this reading about being very authentic with someone and about a heartfelt conversation. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are and what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step towards the gods and they will deliver what you truly desire. So maybe you're thinking about getting back out there. Maybe you're thinking about dating. Maybe you need to take a leap of faith onto a dating site, or join a class or something. I don't know. Prosperity message. If there was ever a time for you to take a leap of faith into the unknown, it is now. This is the perfect moment to take a big risk. The unknown is the only choice now. And if you come to the edge, you will discover treasure beyond your wildest dreams. Allow your courage to lead you in spite of your fears. You don't need to know the exact form of what you're going for. The essence is much more powerful. And Spirit has a way of delivering an even better version of prosperity than you could imagine. Take that step. The results will be amazing. So it's interesting how yesterday we were reading all about that. What was that we were reading? Oh no, I took my bookmark out. I didn't learn my lesson. That was a long chapter that we read yesterday. This is how you find the confidence to pursue what you really love. That's what we read yesterday. So it's interesting that some of what we were reading about is coming through in this reading today. All right, so let's get another one. What do we need to hear? Soul Tribe reading. Thinker. We have 44. Thinker. It was really like, if you've never seen Inside Out 2, they do such an amazing job at really tapping into how anxiety feels and how it makes you overthink. Thinker. You could be an overthinker. Very interesting. I noticed a few cool things in that movie that nobody else picked up on because they're not weird like me. No. They're not magical like me. I'm not weird, I'm magical. But for example, the main character in the movie was really being tempted by like lower vibrational energy, by ego. And her jersey number, she was playing hockey in the movie, her jersey number was 15, which is the energy of the devil. And then there was a scene where they went into the astral projection area, the dream world. And there were all these little bots like, here's what you're dreaming about, or they were typing in what this person should be dreaming about. Hang on. And Joy busted up in there, and I noticed the everyone in the astral projection room, whatever the words are, were sitting in little cubicles made of playing cards, and it was in the 7 of Hearts cubicle. And I'm like, that's really interesting because Seven of Cups has to do with dreams. Anyway, somebody knew what they were doing. Some animator was into numerology and tarot, I'm telling you. Anyway, I thought it was really cool to see. But that's just because I'm a magical unicorn. I'm not a weirdo. I'm not going to put myself down. No way. Strategy, being analytical and logical. The ability to reason and strategize, taking things at face value, following the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. Love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is the time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Very interesting. There's very much an energy of reconnection in this reading, whether it's with a lover, whether it's with a family member, whether it's with an old friend. I'm gonna get another one for this. We have Unfinished Symphony. 10. Unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. This is the time to tie up loose ends. Remember that first card we had was Clean It Up, 21, completion, the World card energy. This is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you can move forward, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practice radical acceptance. Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you're leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. I'm going to read the next one as well, the relationship message. It's also on page 73, which equals 10, so 10-10. Moving on is difficult when love lingers, things are left unsaid, and you haven't had the opportunity for closure in your relationship and your heart. You can still feel bound up in relationships when closure is denied to you. It's important to achieve this for yourself. Write that letter, make that call, or have a conversation over a cup of coffee. For peace of mind, accept matters as they are. Make amends if need be, and declare your feelings, even if only to yourself. Be clear about what was left unresolved, and close the door on your past so that you can set yourself free. Only then can you blossom. Interesting. And we're going to read the prosperity message. Make sure you complete projects now before starting new ones. Perhaps you have created something special that will increase your sense of abundance and bring you opportunities for wealth. However, if you don't see it through, it won't add up to anything but more clutter. Now is the time to put your nose to the grindstone and complete the tasks that have accumulated. Pay your bills, sign the documents, do your filing, hand in an assignment, complete a work of art. Tie up loose ends so that you can move forward with surety, knowing you're on a prosperous path and feeling refreshed and excited about the future. So more energy about like decluttering, about doing the things you've been putting off. I can tell you there are things that I put off. I'll put them off for months. And then when I finally do them and it takes me 10 minutes, I'm like, why the heck did I wait so long to do that? So start tying up those loose ends, start cleaning up that clutter, start finding closure, you know? Interesting. So let's get, what do I want to get for you now? Let's get you some, I'm actually feeling called to get you a moon card. So let's get a moon card. Interesting. do you need to hear, my friend? What do you need to hear, my friend? Prosperity lies ahead. I like that for you. But you have to believe in that prosperity, is what I'm hearing. A time for healing. Balsamic moon. Balsamic vinegar? I don't know why that came out. Where are you? It'll just take me a minute to find it. It must be in the beginning. Yes. Balsamic moon. When one is healed, all are healed. It's time to let go of the past. So there's a lot about this in this reading, about closure, about moving forward. And I don't mean letting go. I make time to tend to and care for my body. That's your affirmation. I had a really hard time reading that. And just because it's letting go of the past doesn't have to mean letting go of someone. It could be that it's time to have that conversation and find closure and move forward together, releasing past experiences that keep you weighed down. You are about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal. Think about how the situation would look if everyone in it was healed. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is on page 38, which is 11. This is not the time to paper over cracks or simply pretend that everything is okay. Like that card was saying, speak your truth, speak your needs, be authentic, share your authentic truth. You still need more time to heal and soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. What did I say about the prosperity? If you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. Remember, guidance from the universe, signs and synchronicities, but also guidance from your higher self, your intuition will whisper. It won't scream. Anything else is anxiety. If you know someone or something really isn't good for you, this is a card to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dreams so that you're ready when the time comes. So believing in your dreams, surrendering things that no longer work for you, and finding closure. Let's get another one. What does my soul tribe? I almost called you my soul family, which is what you are. You're my soul family. Interesting. So when this happens, that means no more cards. So this is your last card. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. How interesting. New moon in Aquarius. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. Improve your karma by doing charitable work. You need to be more detached from this situation. Aquarius is all about progress, so this is the time to move forward. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. You see the theme here? It's about moving forward. Change is on its way and could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with a suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. And again, it doesn't have to mean letting go of someone. This could be letting go of, I spoke about how I've been living from a place of lack my entire life and how I've had to learn. It could have to do with releasing past versions of you, past thought patterns. It could have to do with letting go of clutter that you've accumulated over the years that you don't use anymore. I still remember when I was moving years ago, When we had our house on the market, we put like 50% of our stuff into storage. And by the time our house sold and we moved, I realized that all that crap in my storage container, I never thought about it. I never missed it. I never needed it. And when I went to clean it out, I released a lot of that stuff. So it doesn't just have to be about leaving a person in the past. It can be your old self, your trauma, things like that. I really want to get one more, but Spirit told me no because the deck is closed. So let's get you some affirmations. Affirmations for my besties. This present experience is a stepping stone to new awareness. My spiritual growth comes to me in ways I don't quite expect. I know I am always safe. I keep seeing 111. I look in the mirror and say to myself, I deserve all good. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve joy. I deserve love. I know inwardly what is right for me. I am a beloved child of the universe and have been given everything I need for every experience I have. I was born to enjoy life. I follow my inner wisdom. I am at peace with my own being. And you know, when you're not at peace, when you follow your anxiety, when you follow that nasty anxiety, I completely trust the intelligence within me to guide me to the right path. The universe supports me in every positive way. I am wonderful. I rejoice in the truth of my being. I accept it as so and let it be. I let my light shine. Truth be told, remember that card. I do not need to wait until I become perfect before I love myself. Because guess what? Nobody's perfect. Anyway. Loving myself is the quickest way to create a wonderful life. As I learn to love myself, I become powerful. Truth. I rejoice in other people's successes because I know there is plenty for everyone. My business is prosperous. So for some of you, this does have to do with business. Starting your own business, taking a leap of faith towards a new beginning. No matter what I choose to believe or say, the universe always says yes to me. Therefore, I choose only positive thoughts and words. With affirmations, I claim my inner power. I love that. We'll just get one more. Didn't want to come out. I am totally in charge of my life. The moment I say positive affirmations, I step out of the victim role. I am no longer helpless. I acknowledge my own power. Beautiful. So I am going to leave it here, my friends. I'm wishing you a happy Sunday, and I will talk to you soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. I love you. You're freaking amazing. Love you. Bye.